Yeah. Yeah. So, so now, people, it's just hilarious trying to see them trying to like recover from this. And it's like, oh, well, we will have an official statement on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever the fuck, and have Mark Noseworthy and Luke Smith talk to you about it. And we all know what Luke Smith is going to say. He's probably going to say something that's just going to piss everybody off even more. The truth is going to come out. We've been fucking you all along. We all know that. Come on, guys. It's a great game. What else you guys got? Uh, Everything else. Assassin's Creed Origins. Gears of War 4. The Xbox One X came out. Everything looks fucking great on there. Cuphead. Uh, Deej is not even playing Destiny from what I heard. God damn, man. He's like, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think that's what it's increasingly inflammatory is the fact that now you got the PC people experiencing this. You got the D1 hardcore guys who like you might think that I would agree with them to a certain extent, but I actually don't because um, their thing their thing is like because I mean I had different feelings about certain things, but for instance, like they're talking about how like back in D1 we used to get a level up and we'd get a mode of light and we were perfectly happy with this. Now, the reason why you're saying that is because the post of that is terrible because what we have right now is just a whole lot worse. But I wasn't happy with that shit. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this, I always just think, like, shouldn't you get something else for leveling up each time? It's like, why am I even still leveling up anymore? If my character is already the highest level, right? Like, why do I get a fucking mote of light every single time? Like, shouldn't I get something else? Like, I don't know. I personally just thought that was bullshit. And it's more like along the lines of how much of the Kool-Aid you're drinking of this. And I think that the game was like pretty okay, but it has never been anywhere near what I wanted it to be. Like what I like see Destiny 2 was supposed to be an entire improvement from the last iterations of D1, which was whatever the Age of Triumph last patch was, which came after the Rise of Iron. So I think people are really blind to that because they're just like, oh well, D1 is so much better. Yeah, it is, but it's still like a sad story. So um, it's just because all the content's there. That's why it's better. That's the only reason why. Because hmm yeah, yeah, and people are just blindly not looking at that. Yeah, some of that stuff should not be DLC, especially not like the Dark Below and House of Wolves. That's just stupid as hell. And the implementation of the Taken King, at least for like the way that the story was driven and stuff like that, and a lot of the changes should have been uh, that should have been in D1, quote unquote vanilla, you know. So yep, the casuals. Yep. Yep, the casuals. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 Yeah, and I that's why I want to like rip people apart, you know, who buy fucking loot boxes. It really pisses me off, you know. You're that asshole that says like, "Oh yeah, that's me. I bought that whole set of armor for $40." Like, what the fuck are you doing? RNG. Yeah. 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 Right. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. See, like, so for instance, the example that I'm gonna bring up is that when the Taken King came out, let's say they dropped this armor, which is the like the, I don't know if it's called the Desolate gear or the Taken armor, right? Now, if that is the gear that is special at this moment in time, it should not be a part of the microtransactions if it's released with this DLC or this patch. You know, like I think that gear should be earned. And if they want to do like something else that's cosmetic for the time, like do another Taken gear or something that you do purchase only, then I think that's good. But it fucks with me that like, well, at the same time, like, yeah, I get it, like you could just buy it if you want to. It doesn't affect the game. It doesn't have any special perks to it. But still, like, it kind of ruins the game because then people don't want to play. You know, like, why the fuck? Yeah, yeah. That.
Do you have something for me, Guardian?
Yeah.
Hey, hey, how's the clan going? Be careful out there. Did you want to talk to me?
Oh, it kills everything. You can't play with your friends anymore. Yeah, you can't play with your friends anymore because they do that bullshit. It's really annoying, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it made me really mad every single time they would do that, and I'm like, dude, like I can't play with my friends who didn't buy this shit. It's like, oh, and then I can't even figure out which one they have or like which DLC they got. Like, oh, which one did you get up to? You know, like, I mean that happened with us too. Like we were trying to play Strikes, so like, well, which one do you have? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, yeah, Legacy Strikes. I know, Legacy. Now it's fucking. Now it's classic Destiny.
I think I have something you will like.
Yeah, this shit's bullshit. I know the game's been out for like ever now. Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Sadly, the Red Legion's defeat will not bring back our lost archives.
Um. Yeah.
Speak to me not of the dark.
What do you need?